Okay guys, thanks for tuning in. Level 20 CRAM, is it a yes? Is it a no? Before we start, I just thought I'd let you know we are going to do a real PvP test. We're going to have a player come in with the full boost applied. That includes the 4 gold boost. And I'm going to be running only the free boost. Just to see what sort of damage he can do to my base. How fast level 20 CRAMs kill his ONIs while he's fully boosted. I think it's the test that you actually want to see. So I just thought I'd also let you know that if you've read Kixeye's description of the unit 2 weeks ago, they said the maximum range was 600. If you look, level 20 is actually 700, so I think they had a bit of a typo in that statement. If you add the tech, which adds an extra 100 range, the unit then becomes 800 range. Whilst it's in your base only, if you've got a Farsight and a LiDAR applied in your base, then they will add a total of 150 range. So then this unit is then 955 range whilst it's in your base. In a platoon on the map, when you're attacking with the unit, it will be 800 range, only when it's maxed. So next we're just going to discuss the tech and what tech I applied to them and my theory on the tech. Let me just scroll down. So we'll go through all the techs. Increased damage dealt to nearby units by 20%. So the closer a unit gets, you'll gain the 20% more damage. Increased damage dealt to far units. The further away they are, then the 20% applies. Increase fire damage by 20%. Now this unit has got 2 types of weapon type. It does fire damage to standard air units, and if an air unit is an high altitude, it will change the weapon type to burst damage, and it will only do the burst damage when it's hitting a high altitude unit. So you need to choose, do you want it to do more damage to standard air units, I.e. the ONI? If so, you're going to apply the fire damage. If you want it to do more damage to, let's say, the Malachi, it's burst damage, and that's the tech you will apply. Then we've got plus 100 range, minus 20% movement speed, and we've also got adds 50% viral damage. Now that viral damage, if you've got a unit that's got drones that spawn out of it or fly by the side of it, the Malachi again for example, then if the CRAM hits that drone, the damage will then be transferred to the main unit. So that's what that tech's for. Now what I chose to have was increased damage dealt to far units by 20%. Increased fire damage, again for the ONIs. Increased range, minus 20% movement speed. I don't really care if they're moving that fast, but I do want the 100 range. So that's what I've gone with. And my theory behind increased damage dealt from afar is I want to do as much damage as I can while they're coming into the base. I don't want to do loads of damage to them while they're going over the base, because when the ONIs die, they explode. So I don't really want them to die over the top of my base, especially with me having such a small design in my base. I want them to do more damage as they're coming in. I want them to do a lot more damage as they're going out. So that's my theory with me having such a small base. So that's what I opted for. Increased fire damage, increased range. Okay, so that's the tech discussed. We're gonna have a team member called Seven come in. He has helped with the productions before. We're going to get him to come in with the 4 gold boost, and we're going to do a full attack for yous, and fingers crossed we'll see how it goes. Hopefully my base holds up better than what it has been doing. Okay, moving on with the attack. Before we do that, I'll just show you my base platoon. I've put orbiters back into the Sky Guard. I was using Warhogs because for some reason they were doing good against the Oni, but now I want to change that and maybe do more damage to ground. So I've put orbiters back in. We've got 5 of the new CRAMs. I've gone with a load of heroes, Kodiak, Foxhound, Mars, Eve. We've got Hungry Howard, and we've got Tony. So I've just spread the CRAMs around the outside of the base in a circle around the outside of the CC. So now we're going to move on. Thank you for doing this test with me, Seven.
Yeah, no problem. You ready?
You're ready to attack when you are.
Okay, I'm going in.
Maybe send in your ONIs first, and then we'll send in a ground platoon, because that's been the normal for the past couple of months. People have been coming in with their ONIs and then cleaning up with 1 platoon. So we'll see if that still does the job. He has got full boost running, as you can see, and I have got my free boost running. So okay, whenever you're ready. The CRAMs are on fist. There we go, coming over the base. Oh, they still got a full pass. Is that one dead?
Considering I have full boost on, that's to be expected.
Yeah, well, it's one of them. Again, my base is a 2-year-old design. Everything's all close together, so it's expected. So this test is to see how fast they died, and they died pretty fast. So I'm not going to touch this platoon either. I'm just going to let the base do whatever it's doing.
Base stood up pretty good to ground. Maybe not if I brought multiple tunes, but it did pretty well.
Well, again, most of the base is dead, but this test is for the players, because most people are just going to be sat there with the free boost running, and we wanted to see what somebody that's fully boosted does to that sort of base, and this was the outcome. With
I'm
1
just
platoon.
gonna send in my Malachi and see what happens. I want to see how fast they kill it.
Yeah. The Malachi dead. Yeah, now this will be the point where people send in missiles and clean up the base. They will get you. It's just a matter of how many platoons that they fetch. But again, it's full boost first, free boost. What would the outcome be if I was fully boosted as well? Maybe we'll have to do that test another time. But for now, I think that's good enough so people can see how good they are. Thanks again for doing the test with me, Seven.
No problem.
Okay guys, I hope that clears it up to how fast the ONIs die. If you ask me, considering Seven was fully boosted, the ONIs died relatively fast. We killed a few of them before they even got over the base, and then they didn't get a second pass into the base. So I think it's just going to be a case of how many platoons people fetch to your base. So thanks for tuning in guys, we'll catch you on the next one.